What if I told you that a 2,000-year-old philosophy, written by a former slave and a Roman emperor, is the exact thing missing from your life right now? No therapy, no self-help book, no 30-day challenge. Just one idea, one shift in thinking, and everything changes. This is Stoicism, and by the end of this video, you'll never look at your problems the same way again. Intro. 030 to 1. We live in a world that constantly tells us our feelings are everything. That if something goes wrong, if someone disrespects you, if your plans fall apart, if life doesn't go the way you expected, you're allowed to spiral. You're allowed to panic. You're allowed to give up. Stoicism says, no. You're not a victim of what happens to you. You're only a victim of how you respond. That's it. That's the whole philosophy. But let's go deeper. The Stoics believed in one fundamental truth. You cannot control what happens to you. You can only control how you respond. They called this the dichotomy of control, and Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men who ever lived, wrote about it every single morning before he ruled the Roman Empire. Think about your own life for a second. Your boss snaps at you. Your relationship hits a rough patch. You don't get the job. Your flight gets canceled. Someone talks behind your back. Here's what most people do. They react immediately, emotionally. They let that external event completely hijack their internal world. The Stoics said, pause. Between the event and your response, there is a space. That space is your power. Wastofurm. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal, what we now call meditations. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. He wasn't writing that for anyone else. He was writing it for himself. Every single day, because even he had to remind himself. Here's where it gets wild. One of the greatest Stoic philosophers was a man named Epictetus. He wasn't a king, he wasn't a general, he was a slave. He had no property, no freedom of movement. His master once broke his leg, just to prove a point. And yet Epictetus became one of the most mentally free human beings in history, because he understood something that most people never do. No one can touch your mind unless you let them. He said, seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish, but wish the things which happen to be as they are, and you will have a tranquil flow of life. Read that again. He's not saying don't have goals. He's not saying don't care. He's saying stop fighting reality. Most of our suffering, not some of it, most of it, comes from wanting the world to be different from what it currently is. We're at war with reality, and guess what? Reality always wins. Stoicism teaches you to stop that war. Here's the part most self-help gurus won't tell you. The Stoics thought about death. A lot. They had a phrase. Memento mori. Remember that you will die. Now before you click off, hear me out. This isn't morbid. This is the most clarifying thing you can do with your mind. When you actually sit with the fact that your time here is limited, that this moment, right now, will never come back. Suddenly the small stuff stops mattering so much. The argument that kept you up last night, pointless. The opinion of someone who doesn't know you, irrelevant. The fear of trying something new, laughable. Seneca, another great Stoic, put it perfectly. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a great deal of it. Memento mori isn't about being sad. It's about waking up. Here's a Stoic practice you can start today. It's called negative visualization, and it sounds counterintuitive at first. Every morning, take 60 seconds. Imagine losing the things you love most. Your health, your relationships, your job, your freedom. Not to be pessimistic, but to appreciate what you already have. We are wired to adapt. The new car stops exciting you after 2 weeks. The raise feels normal after a month. The relationship you fought so hard for gets taken for granted. Negative visualization breaks that cycle. It makes ordinary moments feel extraordinary again. The Stoics called this amor fati, love of fate. Love everything that happens to you, not because it's always good, but because it's yours. It's your life. It's your story. We live in the most distracted, most anxious, most reactive generation in human history. We are bombarded with notifications, bad news, comparison culture, and the constant pressure to be more, do more, have more. Stoicism cuts through all of it. It doesn't ask you to buy anything, download anything, follow anyone. It just asks you one question over and over again. Is this in your control? If yes, act. Do your best. Give everything you have. If no, let it go, completely, without guilt, without anxiety. That's the Stoic life, and it's available to you, right now, for free. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca. These weren't perfect people. They struggled, they failed, they had bad days, but they had a framework, a way of seeing the world that kept them grounded no matter what hit them. And that framework is available to all of us. If this video shifted something for you, even a little, drop a comment below. Tell me, what's one thing you've been letting control you that you're going to let go of today? And if you want to go deeper into Stoicism, philosophy, and building a stronger mindset, subscribe, because we're just getting started. See you in the next one. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius. Like, share, and subscribe my channel.